struggle, no, can't match my hustle, no grind all my life, so I deserve the best for sure. Started from the bottom, now I bossed up on it. Dollar in the dream, now I live how I want it.
All right, that flu game, Jordan's flu game, happened exactly 20 years ago today. So let's bring in StockX CEO, StockX TV host, and overall sneakerhead Josh Luber to kind of give us a shoe perspective on that. And Josh, I know that Air Jordan 12 flu game is actually one of the hottest releases in the last 12 months. Where would you say, yep, there it is. Where would you say it stacks up compared to some of the other retro Jordans that we've seen released since then?
Like the flu game 12 is a classic. It's been released 4 times. But it's really nowhere near the top Jordans that have resold in the past couple of years. In the past 1 year, the top 3 shoes are all 3 iconic shoes. So number 3, the Air Jordan 1 Royal. Right? This is a shoe that came out, this was 1985, but Michael actually never wore this shoe on court. In the past year, in the United States resale market, the secondary market for sneakers, this shoe has sold over $3 million worth of Jordan 1 Royals. And it only came out a couple months ago. Number 2, the Air Jordan 1 Bred, or the Band. Right? So this is also one from 1985, a classic and OG pair, but of course Mike did wear this on the court. This one came out last September, and this has sold over $7 million worth of this shoe on the secondary market since it came out in September. But the number 1 shoe by far this past Christmas, the Air Jordan 11 Space Jam.
Yep.
Obviously, classic tied back to the movie Space Jam. This shoe, right, every year Jordan comes out with a new Jordan 11 for Christmas, but this one has sold over $10 million worth of shoes on the secondary market just since December when it came out. So the flu game, classic, iconic, but doesn't touch the past 3 big ones, the 2 Jordan 1s and then the Jordan 11 Space Jam. I'm
self-professed like pretty cheap when it comes to buying shoes. Like I floated the idea of buying those Space Jams for my husband, but they're $300, no thanks. However, this is ridiculous. A pair of Jordan shoes that he wore in the '84 Olympics gold medal game just sold for a record $190,000 this week. And coincidentally or not, it broke the previous record from his flu game shoe that sold for about $85,000 less in 2013. But I want to switch gears and talk about some players that are currently in the NBA and what it's like to win. So Nike and the defending NBA champ Cavs obviously had a great year on the court. And with the LeBron 14 and the Kyrie 3, they're all leading in the NBA shoe sales. Meanwhile, Under Armour and the Curry 3 struggling quite a bit after falling in the finals. So what has Under Armour done during the finals to combat this problem this year?
The NBA Finals is a phenomenal showcase to release new shoes. We've seen Nike release a bunch of new shoes, but game 1 of the NBA Finals, Steph wore the first time we've ever seen the Curry 4. And he actually had moved away from wearing the normal Curry 3. He was wearing what's called the Curry 3.0, so an alternate model of the 3. But the Curry 4, this has been setting sneaker blogs on fire. This is the first Curry that the sneakerhead, the resale world, has been excited about. It looks cool. No one's seen it in person yet. We don't know whether Under Armour will start using a limited strategy and making it exclusive and trying to make it resell for hundreds and thousands of dollars like some Jordans. But for sure, this was a big deal to have this be showcase released during game 1 of the finals, and we're all waiting to see what it looks like. He's been wearing different colors each game, by the way, so we'll see what he's wearing tomorrow.
Yeah, we're heading into game 5 Monday at Oracle, so tell me what sneakers that you've seen from these 2 teams thus far on the court that are drawing your attention.
There's a fabulous rivalry that is happening in the sneaker part of this series as well. So obviously LeBron, Kyrie, KD, Nike's 3 big athletes, they all have their own shoes. But when you look at the shoes that the Cavs wear, every single player on the Cavs is a Nike guy. But they all support LeBron and Kyrie. So in addition to LeBron, there's 3 other Cavs that wear LeBron shoes. In addition to Kyrie, there's 5 other Cavs that wear Kyrie shoes. There's no one on the Cavs that wear any KDs. On the flip side, for the Warriors, almost everybody on the Warriors is a Nike guy, except Steph's got his own shoe with Under Armour. Klay Thompson has his own shoe with Anta. In addition, there's 2 guys on the bench who wear David West and one other person who wear Adidas, but everyone else is Nike. But here's the thing. 3 other players besides Durant wear the KD. No one wears LeBron's, and no one wears Kyrie. So is that coincidence? Maybe, maybe not. But, you know, this rivalry is certainly a big one both on and off the court.
It doesn't play into the rivalry if on the court you're wearing your rival's shoes. It's just not the storyline that we want. Josh Luber, appreciate you joining us here, giving us the shoe perspective on what's happened in the finals, and with that flu game, Michael Jordan.